Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Share it most importantly. Yes. Become members of Jabroni Killers for just $2.69 a month for your daily cryptocurrency, XRP, and blockchain technology videos. J. And this is the one and only stop and shop for super simple and easy way to trade this market and get all the information that you need. You can use my Coinbase or Robinhood link below to trade. There are bonuses to go along with that for you and for I. If you do use those links, it's in the video description below or the pinned comments. You can super chat to support the channel, and most importantly, comment down below on coins that you want to see updated. I'll do a Quant update because my beautiful subscriber wants Quant. We'll do a little DGB. We'll do a little XLM, some Bitcoin dominance, and take a look at what's going on. But this is a big day for XRP for the first time since 2018 high. You did breach the 2018 high, and it's been a very, very long road there, but we did make it. If we look at the monthly volume, what this is telling me is even though the volume in the monthly hasn't come up extremely crazy in comparison to the other two, you have a lot of people or a lot of whales that are hodling and not selling. And you do have a long-term target of $12.30. And you did break the $3.36 all-time high. And if we go back into the daily, you can see we're having a steadily increasing volume now in the daily right here. It's still not up to what it was back there, but as long as these daily candles continue to increase, that is bullish in the short term, right? Long term, it's obviously bullish, but in the short term, it's bullish. And right now, we did peak out today. If we go into the hourly to get a better look at where it topped out at, where we did top out today, I believe was a new all-time high, according to this chart. We topped out somewhere right around $3.40, and now we're having a little bit of a pullback, and that's to be expected after you have an all-time high or tie the all-time high. I'm not sure the exact price to the minute that it peaked out of 8 years ago. But right now, you're starting to have some sell-offs, and what I'd be looking at in the sell-offs now are profit taking. And otherwise, another way to look at it is profit taking. I'd be looking at the moving averages and this $2.48, which the moving averages, especially the 50, will be slithering up here quickly. It went from 216 yesterday, and now the short-term moving average is down to up to $2.20. The 100-day moving average is all the way up here, and you can see it's making a left turn to the upside to $1.77, and the 200-day long-term moving average is $1.32. And at some point, you will hit the moving average again. That's just the way things work. But now you can see the 50 is all the way up to $2.20, getting close to the major underneath support now of $2.48. Because after you had this 291, we were using it as heavy resistance back here, right? So that's your major support. And as long as you come down and consolidate on that and you hold it, it's very bullish. And as long as you hold the moving averages, you're still very bullish. You could come down in a day or two and touch the 50 for the first time, and it's still very bullish. But something that we're going to watch out for is could you have a possible short-term topping out pattern now with a left shoulder, a potential head, and then a right shoulder, and then a neckline down right in there at about the $2 level. That's going to be something that we're watching out for because that would be a short-term topping out pattern. And that's exactly the same way you topped out uh, back here. You had a big head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, but this was in the daily, and this was an elongated one all the way from November of 2020, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, horizontal neckline, and then the targeted move. But that was on a monthly time frame pattern. That was an extended pattern that took a very long time to develop. And then if you went down, and this is, you can watch these videos from way back when I started, then you can go from the point of the breakout and you can see exactly where that technical target was, 21 cents. And we came down to 29 cents in that one, right? So we're going to pay attention to see if this could be some sort of head and shoulders short-term correction, uh, topping out pattern which is to be expected after now what has been a from the regional low to here, from the 49 cents, it's been a 586% move, matching now what Ethereum has done or XLM has done in the short term. So that's what I'm watching out for in the daily. I'm watching out for the moving averages to come into play because eventually it's just the way trading works. When you get too far below the moving averages, you eventually come back to them and the moving averages will chase you. And when you get too far ahead of them or above them, eventually the moving averages will catch up to you in the daily and you will touch them and retest them. That's just the way the market is. It's just the ebbs and flows of the market. In the shorter time frame, in the hour, you can see the moving averages are much closer, and the 50 is sitting up here at about 305. So in the short term, you can look at these moving averages in the hour time frame, and as long as you stay above the 200, you're still very, very short term bullish, which would be $2.67. And now what you're going to look for after this retracement, however far this retracement is going to go, if it is even going to go anywhere, you're going to look for the next time you come on top of this 340, can you hold it and then use that as support and then make a run up towards $5? Because something else that we've been looking at for that 12, they say old Vincenzo, where do you get that $12 target from? Well, that $12 target comes from what you could look at is your flagpole right here. See that? You got a flagpole on this big, massive run up. And then you could say something that we've been watching out for. You could say this is your flag right here with your support. And then you had your underneath resistance. If we bring out our horizontal line, you had your underneath resistance about right there, your flagpole, and that would get you to the point of the breakout of $12.30 and some kind of massive euphoric blow off top. And that's something that we're obviously going to watch out for. But in the short term, as long as you stay below the 340 new, I believe, new all time high, you would want to stay above the $2.48. And that would keep you ultimately short to medium term bullish, even though we're long term bullish, right? And that's something that I'm watching out for with the XRP price over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, especially the next week or two, to see what happens after we interact with this new all-time high and this most recent push to the upside, what actually does happen as we move on. The XLM price, its recovery hasn't been as euphoric. If we go into the daily time frame, you can see we didn't come up yet to that 63 cents or regional high, and we still haven't reached the new all-time high. Or if we go back into the weekly, I'm not sure what the all-time high is in this. The all-time high looks to be about 79 cents. We'll mark that just so we don't forget about it. The old all-time high back in the COVID pump was up here at 79 cents. So we did almost get there. But if this is going to pull something like what just happened in XRP, if XLM is just lagging it, we have a similar consolidation, although it was a much steeper consolidation. We went down about 50%. You would look for something like that to happen to get up near that 80-cent level, right? If we are going to follow what XL or XRP just did. And if we go back into the daily time frame, you can see it's got a similar formation and a similar pattern. Does that mean it's got to do it? No. But does it mean it's something that we're paying attention to see? Because you do, the volume hasn't come up quite as much as this, but the price did pump much quicker than XRP did back here. And from its regional low to its regional high, it hit 600%. So percentage wise, XLM and XRP have made the same basic move, right? Except XRP's been out here much longer and it did make a new all-time high, but it does have a more ferocious uh and a more ferocious audience and an army that's with it that hodl to the grave, right? So we're gonna see with the short term in XLM, as long as you stay above this 43 cents, you're still short-term bullish. If we go into the daily hour time frame, you can see it starting to retrace a little bit. And then if it did break back below that 43 cents, you would look to play the moving averages in the daily time frame, which if this will pull back out, let it load up. The moving averages are at 24 cents, 32 cents, and 39 cents from bottom to top, the 200, the 100, and in red, the 50 respectively. So those are the areas that we're watching out for right now. We'll pull this one up because this is of more importance right now. We're watching out for that 80 cent all-time high, or we're watching to see if this does come back below the 43 cents. They're all something that are very, very important. And something that I've been very bullish on is starting to show signs of life after its last correction. Since its regional low, it's up 38%. And I still do believe that before this run is over in AMP, we're going to hit between the 2 and the 7 cents. I still believe that with all my conviction. I have not lost hope in it. I still have over 200,000 coins of these because I do believe that we are going to end up between that 2 cents and that 7 cents. And maybe, even maybe, we could come all the way back up to an old all-time high because you can see AMP. Its volume, you had its peak here when it came out, but it's steadily been increasing now in the mean over time. If you see what I'm talking about down there, so that 12 cents, I still think in some weird world that we live in, AMP could someday, if you have the patience, just like the people with XRP did, if you have the patience, to just buy and hold it, that we could get up at some point in the future, maybe to even 12 cents. But for sure, we're going between 2.5 and 7 cents in that green trading zone. It's just when, not if, in my own personal opinion, with AMP. If we go look at the old Quant, I believe Quant has had a nice little rally here recently too. Give the chart a couple of seconds to load. Has Quant been rallying or has Quant been falling? The last time we looked at it, we were showing support and resistances on it. And if we go back into the daily time frame in Quant, let's shit out of there. It has been rallying. So since the last time we talked, it has made a nice bounce off the 100-day moving average in blue. And like we were talking about, if you can get above that $1.24, your next major resistance level, I thought I put it on last time, but your next major resistance level, all right, see, I'm going to have to do this because anytime I don't do this, it just will not stop with the updates. When I'm on here, where's my screen lock at? Because they did change this on here on the update. I don't see that's the screen lock. We don't want the screen lock. We want it to go, no, we don't want that. We want it to go and give me a do not disturb. Where's my do not disturb at? I see that's changed too in the last update. I don't know where the do not disturb is after the update. It used right there, focus, do not disturb. Let's get that on there. Sorry for that. But let's go back. We did have a major area that we had marked on here for our next resistance area based off the VP volume indicator, and that is right here. We go back with our triangle. You can see this is where the mean of the volume is. So once you break above this, you can see right where you got chopped down the last candle. This would be your next major support and resistance, this little small cluster up there. That would be your next major support and resistance, where we'll even go down to this big candle right here, because that's the last time you've had any kind of in between this major cluster here and this mini cluster here. You can see here the volume thinned out quite rapidly, and that's why on your way down and your way up, you will break through that area very, very quickly. And if we go back into the daily time frame, I don't know why this is going so slow. That's why we have that as our next major target. If you do break through where you're at now, which would be up here starting at about the $274. And you could say that this is a mini flagpole, and this is what this line shows. Flag up, consolidation down, point of a breakout, which if you use the moving averages from the spot, it brings you right up there to $274. And the most important spot you want to hold is at 200-day, which is floating around that $89, $90. And that's something that we're going to watch. Bitcoin dominance. As you do know, when Bitcoin dominance is falling, like it's been the last week or two, the altcoins like to rally. But when Bitcoin dominance is rallying, the altcoins like to fall. And if we go into the hour time frame, you can see Bitcoin dominance recently, today in the short term, has started to try to turn around and work its way up. But if we can work our way back up to 58.55% in Bitcoin dominance from about the 57.74 and a regional low, of about 57.17, that would be where you would see some sell-offs in the altcoins as they pump back into Bitcoin and take some of their profits and put it back into the perceived safe haven of crypto. So that's what we're looking at there. The Bitcoin price is hovering around $100,000 off of its $108,000 all-time high, but it's been floating around the same area. And if we go in here and we look at uh yes, Jay. If we go and look at anything else that we wanted to look at today in this video, we'll make another video out tonight, especially if I see some comments below on coins that they want to see. We'll for sure make more updates a little bit later on this evening. So comment down below. We're going to look at some news real quick to see if anything of importance happened over the last 24 hours since I've talked to you the last time. But if you give me a comment down below, we'll make another video tonight on coins that you want me to talk about. Let's see. Where's my XRP at? Let's see if there's any news in the XRP. Oh, I'm sure there is news. XRP hits all-time high after nearly 7 years. BitGet survives 20% of Gen Z alpha open to crypto positions. The daily Trump to an American first crypto reserve. XRP hits new all-time high. What happened in crypto today? Solana XRP jump as Trump reportedly mauls America's first strategic crypto reserve, but experts suggest otherwise. That'd be something that we'll have to pay attention to in the first week or two that Trump is in office to see if that's even possible. XRP price to $10 to $50 plausible if spot ETF approved. Chat GBT says. I don't know how much validity you put into a Chat GBT, but I could definitely see a $5 XRP in the not too distant future. Ripple CTO reveals painful truth about XRP 384 all-time high. That's something interesting. Ripple CTO David Schwartz was engaged in a dialogue with an XRP enthusiast about whether the 384 price level achieved in January 381 was indeed an all-time high for XRP or not. The Ripple CTO confirms that the all-time high was not quite what it seemed, as it was reported by the media to the global cryptocurrency community. The discussion took place at Ripple's affiliate XRP coin has surpassed the $3 level, targeting its old all-time high. The XRP enthusiast stated that 384 was not actually an all-time high for the XRP token, adding that such a high price was indicated due to Korean exchange rate misleading people. He uh, recommended that his audience pick David Schwartz's brain about the issue. Schwartz appeared in comments threads to confirm what X user stated. Schwartz said that 384 is indeed often reported as the all-time high. However, you could not actually sell XRP at 384, nor did you have to pay 384 to buy it. He did not share any more details about the actual all-time high reached in 2018. The Ripple CTO explained that the high price contained influenced amounts due to inflated amounts due to the use of official currency exchange rates from Korean exchange rates. He he attached a link refers to the dish made of cabbage that is highly popular in South Korea cuisine. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, decentralized assets, unlike equities, they can be traded at different prices on various exchanges. XRP soars over blah, 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 the stuff we've been talking about. So that's something interesting, but that seems to be much to do about nothing. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll give you some more updates a little bit later on tonight. We're going to eat a little dinner here. Peace and love.